Today's video is sponsored by iBoardAuto.com. They just introduced a new line of sidesteps called the iArmor, and I'll show you how to install it. It came in two boxes. The big box had the sidesteps, which were individually wrapped in this plastic bag. The smaller box contained all the hardware. These are all the mounts, which are all individually labeled. These are the driver and passenger side front mounts, middle two center mounts, and rear mounts. These are the mount supports. The bolts, nuts, and washers came in two bags, and instruction manual. So that's the front passenger side tire, and to begin the installation, we're going to take the factory bolts out of the mounting locations. There's going to be 8 total per side. Now, once again, at the front passenger side of the vehicle, we're going to mount our first bracket. So this is the passenger front mount, and we're going to mount it using a bolt, split washer, followed by a flat washer. At this point, we only want to hand tighten everything, so don't tighten these down yet. And then once that's done, just work your way down the vehicle to add the rest of the brackets. So these are going to be the second brackets, the DC/PCM. And then once that's done, you should have 4 brackets that face outward away from the vehicle. Now it's time to add the side steps. The easiest way I found to do this is by just loosely hanging the steps onto either of the center mounts. You mount it by using these support brackets and these larger bolts that came with the steps. On the other end of the bolt, you want to add a flat washer, a split washer, and then a nut. Now that we got the steps hanging, at this point we could go ahead and slide the step either back or forward to center it on the truck. Now what I want to do is secure the step to the front bracket and the rear bracket. Now when I do this, I'm trying my best to center the bracket between the space between the steps here. Now you could double check the position of the steps, make sure it's centered front to back and it's evenly spaced from the top of the step to the bottom of the door on the rear and the front. Once that's done, you could go ahead and tighten these up. Once you got the bolts tightened on the rear and the front brackets, you could go ahead and tighten the bolts on the center brackets. Alright, so we're almost done installing the step on this side. What I like to do next is torque all the bolts down to the factory specifications. In this case, it's 17 foot-pounds. Alright, that's it. That completes the install. Now the driver's side steps will install the same exact way as the passenger side. So I'm pretty impressed with these steps. They give the truck a nice aggressive look, but the steps look very clean. You don't see any visible welds along the joints. These steps are made out of aluminum, so they're lightweight and they won't rust on you. You got a nice big step here, so you have a lot of space to put your feet on it. What a difference it makes getting into your truck and out. The installation wasn't that bad either. Honestly, an extra pair of hands would have helped, but I got them installed just fine by myself. Another great thing about these steps is the price. These steps are pretty affordable. I also liked how the installation didn't require me to drill any holes into the truck. I used all of the factory bolt holes to install the step. So let me know what you guys think about the step. If you're interested in a running board for your truck, I'll leave Amazon links below where you could purchase these. Thanks for watching, and see you again.